I mean, 4 turnovers in the first. Oh wait, I'll save that nugget. 4 turnovers in the first quarter. I mean, that was 4 turnovers in the first half. That was something.
You can say that again. I'll just turn this on and
it certainly was a strange game. It was a lot of points, but it was a lot of back and forth, and it didn't feel like. I mean, they closed that down to less than just about 2 touchdowns. I think it was maybe 18 or something like that. It was close, and we were certainly thinking that they could be back in that game. They were moving that ball against us really well. So I mean, it was a hard-fought game, and those guys are traditionally always tough, never give up, never, well coached. We never thought that we were going to be, we never thought that the game was over until we scored that last score down the end.
Very physical ball game.
Yeah, very physical. They got some good size. They got good, and I mean, like I said, they're well coached, and we love these league games. They're always hard fought with Lynn Tech and Kip and all this.
Can you explain that weird play they did near
so it looked like they were trying to do a swinging gate play where they put all the guys over to the side, and on us, we didn't have it covered, so they did the side snap.
Looked like the broken gate play to me.
I think what happened with that is that they always run, and we didn't line up to it. We haven't seen them run that before, so we weren't prepared. Our guys didn't move over, so they had the look, but it's a hard snap to make, doing that sideways snap, and I couldn't see the actual rumble, but it squirted out and ended up in our hands, and one of our captains, Troy Flood, made a good play and turned it in. It's always good to see linemen score. As an old lineman myself, I always like it when guys in the 50s get a score in their back. But that was a game-changing play. That was, like I said, they were driving and scoring, and to get that and kill their momentum right there, that was a big turning point in that game. And so, doing that and taken advantage of those mistakes was good. But a couple other turnovers, they recover a couple fumbles. That's a different game. I mean, I know the score ended up lopsided, but they were in that game for 3 quarters.
It seemed like they were going to get back if they shot themselves in the foot again.
Yep, and that's. Yeah, and they always say, I mean, turnovers is the most important stat, and doing that stuff. And I'm proud of my guys for being able to actually get out there and actually take advantage of that, doing those type of things. So that's the, it's strange. He's got an injury. We've got to check him out. I got a brief update, but they'll look into him. We'll figure out what's going on with him. He's one of the toughest guys we got, so if it's minor, I'm sure he'll be back. But if it's one more serious, I'm sure he's going to get the treatment he needs. So.
The other guys stepped up, though.
Yep. One guy on our team, Mac Edgerton, who was a senior that was in the program for a couple years, and then he missed a year, and he came back, and so he's a senior again. He's really stepped up, and it's really good to have a senior jump into that running back role when you lose one senior.
Coach, I want to ask you about sportsmanship because it was a very hard-hitting game. Team gets behind by big points. Sometimes it gets chippy, but a lot of respect among these 2 teams.
Yeah, and so I mean, it's a league game, and so we've done a really good job. We know those coaches, we know those guys. They've done a good job with it, but we coach these guys to be intense, and we like a little bit of that intensity. But finding that line and doing that, we're gonna have to look at this film and have conversations with some kids about really controlling that emotion, especially when you're up big, and especially when you're in those situations. You got to know that they're gonna try and chip you and try and get that cheap 15 and try and do that stuff. And that's on us as coaches, and that's on us as those kids to make sure that they understand the context of the game, because they were one bad play. They were one, momentum bad play on our side. They were one bad play, one drive getting stomped from getting right back in that, which would be always kind of difficult for them. So, in the league games, we expect it to be heated, and the refs are doing actually a good job keeping an eye on it and throwing the flags when it's appropriate on both sides. And so they kept it in check, and so nothing really boiled over. But we do need to be smarter about that stuff for sure. Yeah.